So, hey guys, welcome back to another interesting podcast. Today we have Anton sir from Netherlands, from JetBrains. Guys, so till now we are using product of JetBrains. Now you have opportunity to work in JetBrains. So in this podcast, we are going to talk about how you can get job in JetBrains as a SDK. So let's get started. Before that, what you have to do is support and share with your friends. And let's get started. And thank you so much, Anton sir, for coming. Over to you.
Fine. Thank you.
Yes, please can you share your experience?
I'm gonna start a little bit earlier. I was born in Krasnoyarsk and graduated the local university, Siberian Aerospace University. And the first job was only for an experience. And I knew that if you want to build a successful tech career, you need to go to the capital, to Moscow. And the second job I looked for already in Moscow, and I had an offer from no-name startup.
Okay.
And they relocated me to the Moscow. Then I switched a couple of companies. Before JetBrains, I worked in Yandex. Maybe you heard about it. It's Russian search engine like Russian Google.
Yes, sir. Wow.
And I end up in a situation where the next task I've received from Jira was boring, really, because as a backend engineer, I did almost the same stuff every day. So I've started to look for some interesting experience, and I knew that the most interesting experience was in some tooling development, somewhere where, for example, I don't know, maybe I wanted to join to Oracle or Red Hat or something like this. Of course, there are no Oracle in Russia, but I knew that there is a company originally born in St. Petersburg. It was JetBrains, and I've started to send my CV to literally all vacancies which appeared in our Russian local LinkedIn. And I have already forgot about it and worked on my I had a job interview in Yandex again because I wanted to return, because I don't know, I believed that in Yandex they had some tooling teams, and I had a strategy to join to some team in Yandex and then move to another one which do something more interesting. But JetBrains connected with me, and we started a job interview, and I've passed it. They made me an offer, and now I work at JetBrains. I've been working for 2 years. Recently,
relocating.
I've celebrated an anniversary.
Wow.
Second anniversary.
Okay, so let's move on to the first question, sir. Suppose, sir, I want to join a JetBrains. So what will be my first step?
The first step you will have is communicating with the HR. Just a small talk for 15 minutes or so on. After that, actually it differs from team to team, because we have I don't know how to say. We try not to build a process if we don't need to. For example, in our team, when I had a job interview, the second round was talking with my team lead, who who has another role, tech lead. And he asked me some technical questions to understand my deep understanding of some things he considered important. Then they gave me a test task for 3 days, home assignment.
Okay.
And after it, we had the second discussion with my future team lead about results of this assignment and about decisions I made during performing this. And the last extra
HR
step. Yeah,
we
and
call
the
it
last
HR round.
okay. Yeah. The last one was checking references.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for example, if you are a good guy who technically good guy who passed all rounds of job interview, for example, in Russia, it's a really frequent situation when you lie to your employer and so on. So we needed to check my background, that for example my CV is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sir, how did you connect to the HR?
HR just wrote me after my I already mentioned that I wanted to join to JetBrains, and I sent so many cover letters and so many responses to some vacancies. Yeah, on there was a Russian analog of LinkedIn, Headhunter, we call it.
Okay.
But of course we have vacancies in LinkedIn. We have vacancies in our site, and now we don't use our Russian local social network because we left from Russia totally.
Okay.
JetBrains left from Russia. Yeah.
Completely.
That's it. I can say that we have two channels of hiring people. The first one is students. When we relocated from Russia to other countries, we relocated our students to Constructor University of Bremen. It's in Germany. And now we keep this channel of hiring. The second one is LinkedIn. Yeah, we sometimes look for a new employees, but mostly they are seniors. And mostly with relevant experience, because we always can hire a good engineer, of course, and sometimes we do that, but the mostly we are trying to find some guys who has or not necessary guys who has expertise in some sort of particular technology. For example, if you want to join to Kotlin team from outside, it's preferably if you have experience of building compilers.
Right. Sure. Okay. So, sir, can you share your interview experience? Like, how many interview rounds there, and is they ask about the dynamic programming or competitive programming in interview?
Yeah, if I understand the question correctly, I can say that in Yandex, for example, they ask all things you mentioned about, they force you to write code or using your pencil on whiteboard. Yeah, but in JetBrains we don't do that. Every team has their own process of job interviews, and we in our team we are going to find some new people, some new employees, and I personally don't know how. We haven't discussed with our team how we will manage that, how what actual questions we wanna ask from potential candidates. Yeah, so basically I was asked when I had job interview at JetBrains, I was asked about some internals of JVM. Yeah, because we are a JVM related company. The most code we write at Kotlin in Kotlin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and questions from some kind of how would you build something if you had some resources, for example. I don't know, maybe how would you build object representation in memory if you, for example, if you need to build a garbage collector or something like this. Yeah, it's a quite deep questions, internals of some technologies, but they are basically you don't need to know how exactly it works in, for example, JVM, but you need to understand the principle, the basics.
Yeah. Okay. And sir, which resources you did follow for cracking interview?
I want to mention that we the most significant teams in our company, at least for a number of employees, are Space team, IntelliJ team, Kotlin team, and to join to Kotlin team or to IntelliJ team, you need to know how to build a compiler frontend, because IDE is a compiler frontend. To be smart, they should implement this stuff. Yeah, and I'd recommend the first, if you, for example, want to begin to know something about compilers, is the Crafting Interpreters. There is a book. Yeah, and I don't remember the author, but yeah, I know that this author created a Dart language. Yeah, so he knows what he wrote about. Also, I'd recommend a compiler. I don't remember exact name, but it's a Dragon book. Dragon book, maybe you heard about it. Yeah. Yeah, and I'd recommend to get to know about the product you want to join. For example, if you want to join to Space, you need to understand technologies and technology stack which used for build this product. It's probably easy to guess, actually. Yeah. Because as JetBrains is creator Kotlin multi-platform, so I think I can presume from as an outside guy that Space probably was created from this set of, using this set of technologies. Yeah, so I think it's easy to find some resources and learning stuff to learn these technologies. And also the home assignment is an easy way to understand what you are really going to do in the company. So they are almost repeat the stuff you will build when you join and when you start working. Yeah.
Cool. And sir, how is work culture in JetBrains?
What culture?
Yeah, work culture.
Yeah, there are some principles I want to mention. The first one is a flat hierarchy. For example, from me to CEO of the company, the only one node. Anyway, I can invite a CEO on the meeting and discuss some things, and it's okay. Yeah. So all decisions are transparent, and this is the second principle of company culture in JetBrains is transparency, and especially public transparency. All stuff we do at JetBrains is almost public. There are very few things which is private. For example, some paid plugins for IntelliJ or something like this. Yeah. Because we need to make money to pay salaries to software engineers. Yeah. And what else? Transparency, flat hierarchy, and kindness, and I mean that it's really comfortable to communicate with your colleagues, and we should be very soft skill. we have to have very good soft skills to work with this company.
Wow, nice. And sir, what's your working timing?
I have a hybrid work. Sometimes I work from home, sometimes I work from the office. Yeah, it's a basic 40 hours a week. I don't know, but it's very flexible. Yeah, I can do whatever I want. For example, in the middle of the day, I can go to the doctor or something like this. It's okay.
Wow, nice. Important question about the salary. So it's legal to share salary, or you can give some idea about it.
I probably I think I'm not ready to share my salary, but I can say that at least in the Netherlands, but I believe in the most countries where JetBrains has office, in all countries. Sorry. Yeah, the salaries is comparable with the competitors. I mean competitors for the developers, of course. And I'd say I don't know. Maybe you've heard, maybe not. There are 3 tiers of companies. And the third tier is Facebook, Google, Amazon, and so on. And I'd say that our salaries are comparable with these guys. Yeah. And if we say about total compensation.
Okay. So, sir, do you want to give some advice that person who wants to pursue a career similar to you in JetBrains?
JetBrains is a company which do some tools and which is responsible for developer to experience of the most of developers over the world. And we have some specialization. This specialization is not the same like you can act as a backend engineer or front-end or something like this. This is a special kind of task and special mindset. And if you want to work at JetBrains, you need to evolve it. For example, it's probably good decision for your career, even if you won't work at JetBrains, to understand how compiler works, to build some compiler from the scratch, to build some front ends, to try to create some, I don't know, maybe LSP, language server protocol implementation for your favorite IDE, for example, and so on. And you will not notice how after all this stuff HR will connect with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
especially if you are good at open source and if you can create communities and build community. And there is some point I want to mention too, that at JetBrains we have many public speakers, and if you have this knowledge, you're useful for us too. So yeah, we are trying to evolve all kinds of skills and knowledges in developers, engineers, because almost all our teams are quite compact, and sometimes you need to do more than one role.
oh wow.
For example, sometimes you maybe need to do some business analysis or something like this, or product management, because, for example, we are still looking for a product for our team, and yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Of course, we are looking for product manager and we are hiring, but before that, we need to to do something, actually, to move to have a progress. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you, sir, for your advising. And guys, if you get information about the JetBrains, so do like and subscribe. And thanks so much, sir, for your timing.
Thank you
Okay.
for inviting me to your podcast. Yeah, I was happy to. I was enjoyed.